Hello everybody, we're back with another video jam. Welcome. We have nobody watching at the moment, but I'm hoping a few people will trickle in. So I want to thank my loyal streamers, which you know who you are. I'm sure you will be joining us shortly. We're back with another video jam. What can I say? I'm going to just hit play and stop yapping, and we'll just get right to the show. Let's see here. All right, we are recording. We are playing back. Everything seems to be working, I think. And yeah. All right, let's do this.
The force of good and evil and the possible tremendous end of the world.
What does Armageddon mean to you?
The end of life.
War between all nations.
I don't believe in it. It's ultimate destruction of all of us.
That's got something to do with the Christian embassy.
It means the end of the world, really.
No, Armageddon. Wait, I don't know.
It's a destination, really. It's the latest and most high-tech evolution of a combination between entertainment and gaming.
It's like a planet.
It's really phenomenal. I mean, it was amazing when you walked up. We just couldn't believe what we saw.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime to work on the Luxor project because I think it's a real entertainment breakthrough.
Each female produces a slender, translucent case packed with 200 tiny eggs. She will place the precious cargo in the sand, anchoring it a few inches down in the seabed. She leaves behind a time capsule containing the future of her family line. The egg case is just one of thousands. Strange bouquets gently rocking in the waves.
Tunbridge Wells in the nearby county of Kent is one of those graceful, spacious towns which raised the quality of English life. It became popular in the 17th century when its spas matched continental resorts. Its spring waters had the reputation of curing all manner of ailments. Spa therapy became a thriving industry. The prosperity of Tunbridge Wells was assured. In England's green and pleasant land stands Bodiam Castle, built in the 14th century against the threat of French invasion. The neighbouring towns of Rye and Winchelsea had been attacked, but Bodiam never was besieged, so it survived practically unchanged, a textbook.
Proud of. Floor clean enough to eat on, not to mention the table.
Yes, but...
And, of course, your wonderful spick and span, perfectly delicious kitchen. A model room, if ever there was one.
Yes, but...
Yes, but what?
Yes, but there's one place in this treehouse I'm not proud of. Brother and sister's room is a mess. A perfectly dreadful, knocked-down, drag-out, wall-to-wall mess.
Theaters themselves.
This is the big concrete pad that's on the special pier.
The Bible teaches that. Isaiah chapter 9, verses 6 and 7. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. The government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, and of his kingdom there shall
wondering
be
if you might be
end.
And could let us sail with you.
No, young man, I'm not sailing downriver, but if you can use this old boat, you're welcome to it. I was gonna chop it up for firewood.
Hey, that's wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Come on, guys. We own a boat.
That's great.
Let's go.
We cannot forget the past, the scars, the losses. We all know that each picture has its own value. Each cost us something. Sometimes it cost us blood. That makes them priceless.
A civilian photographer, Van Bouw's assignment.
It was planned as the finest and most extravagant palace in Europe. For centuries, Oxford has been famous as a seat of learning. It ranks in importance with Athens, Rome, and Paris. Yet it's more than a university town and architectural showpiece. It's also a commercial and industrial city, a combination that makes it one of the most fascinating places in the world. The poet Matthew Arnold wrote of the dreaming
reserves. Until recently, the Siberian tiger thrived here in secure isolation. Under the strict dictates of the old Soviet system, the tiger was protected. But today, enforcement is lax. Rampant poaching has dramatically reduced the population.
The pilot impressed me because he was both big and tall. So I wanted to photograph him at the moment he...
The squawking of the Adelie penguins can be heard as much as 30 miles downwind of their colony.
It was at such and such an angle from her house. Later on the same day, I was further down the road and found a younger lady who also told me she saw a bright light in the swamp behind her house and disturbed the dogs. The light shone through their windows. So in talking to those people...
Materials either. Only rocks. And even they are scarce.
In the heart of England are the rolling hills of the Cotswolds. This haven of peace is an area of outstanding natural beauty. Houses built of stone quarried locally add to the character.
The stones will stop the eggs from being washed away when the snow begins to melt. They must be carefully placed. Already, eggs are beginning to appear.
As we can. We've created well over 100 very detailed buildings and hundreds and hundreds of other less detailed, smaller scale buildings, all of which are designed as a theoretical version of the future.
A laser cam is a cutting device used to create fine detail and hieroglyphics in the models.
Springs flow year-round. even through the long, hot months of summer when they might be expected to dry up.
Do not just circle and go.
This is because the water that comes out of the ground
like
in the
this.
summer may well have started its journey the previous
get the
winter.
distance between you and your attacker. As you circle, as you move, I scoop back. Scoop back. As I move, the victim moves, the person on the ground. However I move, they are moving. Note their hand, toe, and eyes are always facing me. This is a drill you can work. If they don't move, what my goal is, you stay froze right there, is to get beside or behind them. So your goal is to not let me do that. So it's a good little drill you can work at home. You can practice this watching TV. Someone comes in and you can just make a game out of this. However I go, you move.
They say men get better with age, and women just age. Oh, really?
Oil of Olay.
Men get character lines, women get wrinkles. Oh, really?
Created to penetrate quickly, lessen the look of lines.
Only men get sexier. Oh, really?
Created to fight dryness, silken, like your skin's natural moisture.
I don't intend to grow old gracefully.
Oil of Olay.
I'm fighting it every step of the way. Really.
The sagging middle of the hose.
Between the leg.
Do a full hour. Watch. Put heat magic in your microwave and heat for a few minutes. Look, the handles are cool to the touch, but the stone center is so hot it sizzles. The secret is the granite.
2 million people. The total potential capacity of this aquifer is estimated at between 10 and 30 million acre-feet. This equals the total volume of water that lies beneath the entire state of California.
When you're very frightened, when your mind is terrified, when it's not relaxed, there are several things that happen to it. One, it keeps on going over the same thing over and
Tests ever get beyond this stage. The ones that do can turn deadly.
The home of a music festival founded by composer Benjamin Britten. Southwold is a stylish seaside resort with 6 cannons on the town green. In the 17th century, the town needed protection from the French. Today, its lighthouse and Georgian houses delight visitors. Moving inland, Woodbridge is an attractive town going back to Saxon times.
Consists of 3 various invasions of Israel, and the third one is to recapture Jerusalem from the Jews. Well, there had been no Israel for 2,500 years. Therefore, they were not in control of Jerusalem, but it happened in our lifetime, meaning that what's about to come, Armageddon, has to be very, very near. Let me prove this. In Matthew 24:32, Jesus said, "Learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and puts forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when you shall see all these things, you'll know that it's near, even at the door."
Deep into the hold of the ship and going to sleep, that I could hide from him.
On a double. 2 hands.
The
the town is buying.
This must be one of a kind.
And the other half is selling.
It's one of a kind.
And with the money we save, we go to Wendy's for the super value menu. Everything is just $1.39. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, made Dave's way. Cold drinks, hot fries. It's the best $1.39 you can spend.
One of a kind.
The super...
Man the oars! We must row out of this!
The gods of the sea and wind are angry with us.
Throw the cargo into the sea as a sacrifice to the gods, that this storm might cease! Get up! Call upon your god that he takes notice of us, that we do not drown!
What evil has come upon us that has caused this? Let us cast lots to see who it is.
Who are you? To what people do you belong? What god do you worship? What have you done?
I am called Jonah, a Hebrew. I worship the Lord God who made the sea and the land. I've disobeyed God and was running away, trying to hide from him.
What shall we do that will calm the sea?
It is because of my sin that God has brought about this storm. Throw me into the sea and the storm will cease.
No! We shall row out of this. Pull hard on the oars that we row out of this storm!
Captain, it is no use.
God, do not punish us for this man's sins. We will do what he says, if this will calm this terrible storm.
They're singing. They're singing in the tunnel. That was the war. Heroes were just simple people. These young people. Nothing extraordinary. Just young people. These young women.
For the first time in over 30 years, Mainam has returned to see the people of the Vinmock tunnels. Coming back.
And you drowned? Oh, well, almost, Moki, but not quite.
You see, Moki, there was air in the whale's belly and Jonah could breathe.
Yes, Derek, I could breathe, but it wasn't a whale. It was a great fish God created for this purpose.
Came up with, and I'd like to share it with you. Israel's National Parks Authority is rushing to meet the deadline. By the year 2000, it hopes to turn what is now a plain archaeological site with uninspiring ruins into a park with apocalyptic appeal.
A grid was mapped onto it and then programmed, allowing a realistic computer-generated model to be animated and mixed with other special effects.
I think we should leave.
Kleiser-Walzak animators also designed and created all the flying vehicles in the Luxor attractions.
We built a number of different types. This is the BMW, the other we call the Space Miata. Notice we've got our Space Taxi here. These were little spheres used to test different color combinations.
There are no heroes, really, in standing up to a bully. Don't ever penalize your children for running away from a fight.
A synthetic high-density plastic liner is placed on top of the clay.
Complexity of the Umo mystery. We need to go back to where it all began. In Madrid, Spain, in the mid-1960s. The key figure involved was Fernando Sesma, a Spaniard who claimed to have been in contact with extraterrestrials from Venus and Mars since the 1950s, as well as other inhabitants of the solar system. Then, along came the Humites.
En fait, Sesma, le groupe de Sesma, de la Baleine Joyeuse...
In actual fact, Sesma's group, the Happy Whale Club, existed long before the UMO mystery began. Sesma was interested in extraterrestrials and other esoteric subjects. A group of people would come to listen to him tell stories in the basement of a coffee shop in Madrid, where there was a huge smiling whale painted on the wall. Sesma was contacted by telephone on January 14, 1966. He then began receiving letters confirming the existence of UMO and letting him know that the next Humite craft would be landing in Aluche on February 6th, 3 weeks after the first mail delivery.
C'est-à-dire 3 semaines après le premier courrier.
Water, life is simply not possible.
With neon. Plymouth Breeze. Plymouth Voyager. Plymouth Prowler.
Al, what are you doing?
Make them believe it. And what we're going to tell them is back off. So what we'll do is once you get in that position, hands are up, elbows are in, and we yell back off real loud. Back off! Back off! Back off! And then you leave.
Back off! Back off! I made it!
Sensei, I am small, but
We
I
buy
can hack it up if I have to.
Check out the in-store specials that are on now. We provide friendly, knowledgeable service, and we do good work. Beehive Flooring, 317 Avenue C, South Saskatoon, located between 19th and 20th Street West.
Let's see. It's good.
The young vet's radical ideas led to Canada's first canned dog food.
A dog needs just 2 things, son.
Yes, sir?
First, you need to feed him right.
Today, in
get into our groundwater basins, solvents, heavy metals, etc. But we have a very detailed source control program that's managed by our sanitation districts here in Orange County that don't allow discharges of that material either into our basins or into the wastewater stream that eventually gets into our injection barrier.
Because water quality is such a vital part of groundwater management, it is essential to monitor the water both above and below the surface.
Traditionally, we've sampled our groundwater basin at the production well, and we still do that because that's the next step is your faucet, and we're very concerned about what reaches the faucet. But it would also be nice to know if there's something coming down the aquifer that we don't know about and find it before it reaches the...
Treat yourself when you look a little closer. And finish off with a chocolate extreme blizzard treat.
Intrigue. A sophisticated twist on a sports event.
Saturday,
they're selling junk vehicles.
Before you buy used,
Most of these cars are severely hit cars.
you really need to watch this.
And it's a major misrepresentation.
Uncovering some of the worst offenders.
Don't buy a car there. They shouldn't be in business.
Naming names.
Who was it?
And it gets ugly.
But you got that camera? I'm going to take it out.
Excuse me.
New proof that Canadian consumers have every right to be alarmed.
This is not a marketplace you can trust.
Watch W5 Saturday at 7 on CTV.
The skate of champions, Daewoo. Bistructural engineering provides unequal support and control. Pre-shaped MemoFlex ankle pads hold you firmly. Way ahead of the rest, Daewoo is the skate for the player who wants to be in control, in balance. Drop into Bike and Blade today.
He adamantly replied no and wheeled away. The interview was over.
Although some researchers are incredibly enthusiastic about UMO, others see it as nothing more than a very clever hoax. It's true that the whole thing has some suspicious elements, such as a series of photographs of an Umite craft. In 1967, the Umites announced in a mail package that one of their ships would be arriving soon. Then, on June 1st, 1967, an airship flew over the San Jose de Valderas area of Madrid. By the strangest of coincidences, a couple of photographers just happened to be
to wetness and odor protection. New Right Guard Clear Stick. All the protection of a white stick, now in a clear stick. So clear, there's no flaky whites. Now perspiration.
Help. They're in danger.
With this new advance.
Not only by shouting distance,
New Right Guard
but also by
would be
voice.
large
Education and culture are acquired. Civilization, of course, has brought complications. But here are the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same struggles with the problems of life and death that we of today experience.
I've always thought of those ancient people as animals rather than humans. In order that we can have a better understanding of this story, will you first give us some idea of what they looked like?
I don't know. I never thought of it. Never seemed important to me what they looked like.
It was short-lived, though, because there wasn't very many games for it, and we wrapped Dragon's Lair, the game that came with it, and that was it. You know, it was like, I remember we bought Madden. It was really expensive, but it wasn't really that fun. The graphics were cool, but it really wasn't that fun.
If you want something bad enough,
in your hands. Another one is
Air Canada, official airline of Canada's national passion.
Tim Hortons proudly introduces our new whole wheat and honey bagel.
Hi, I'd like a cinnamon raisin bagel, please. Would you like to try our new whole wheat and honey bagel? Cinnamon raisin's my favorite.
Of course, people are creatures of habit.
The multigrain. I want the multigrain.
Whole wheat and honey? I always get the poppy seed, thank you.
They ruled by the power of might. The strongest was their leader. Well, we first find them over here in search of food. Animals were abundant. None of them had learned to fear man, which made the hunter's life most hazardous.
Oh my God, we're already hitting credits.
The outline of what that would include in the Middle East. It includes part of Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Saudi Arabia. It's not just little tiny Israel as we know it today, but it's a big, big place over there, Jack. Most people don't really realize that, I don't think. Now, God did promise them this, didn't He?
Promised it through Abraham to the Israelites, to the Jews. You can find that in Genesis 15, 18, Exodus 3:31, Numbers 34, verses 1 to 12, which explains it in detail, Joshua 1:4. And I'm wondering if God doesn't have this totality of land in mind when he says in Ezekiel 36:24, I will take you, Israelites, from among the Gentiles, gather you out of all countries, and bring you into your own land. They've come from a...
Moments of valor.
States, I will plant...
Times of despair.
Gone through, I suppose. Beyond awesome what they suffered. I mean, it's just, it's mind screwing.
As the 1960s came to a close, 500,000 American troops touched Vietnam's shores. Tim Page was a rising star. His pictures regularly...
With the coming of fall, the first brisk winds blow in from the Siberian Arctic. As if designed for these autumn colors, the tigers blend with the landscape. In the wild, their coloration becomes lighter as winter approaches, anticipating snow. Dr. Uden confronts one more problem that makes the study of tiger behavior so difficult. The tiger is largely a creature of the dark. With their extraordinary night vision, Kuchar and Yurka come fully alive only after sunset. Recently, they've begun to roam restlessly in the dark. Victor wonders if night has awakened an instinctive urge to hunt. When he releases a small rabbit in the enclosure, he quickly learns the answer.
On the type of wine. White wine has to ferment for 3 weeks, red wine for just 10 days. Rosé wine is somewhat of a half-breed, made with red grapes but fermented slowly, like white wine. It comes out pink. There's an extra step in...
When he grows up, the young hippo will enter a fiercely competitive society, where only the strongest males, able to beat off the opposition and hold a territory, will get to breed. But that's some way off.
All right, you have hit the... oh, look at this, aliens. That's an alien right there. Wow. UFO Files, DVD. That's right. Is it a real alien? Looks real to me. Anyways, we have hit the halfway mark. This is what I call the intermission. Yes. We have 4 people watching right now. Wow. This is exciting. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I know it's been a little chaotic, but that's how we like to do it, right? It is a good time. It's channel surfing at its best. Oh, look at that alien right there. Oh, my God. What's this guy saying?
However, shortly after the film was released to the public, several UFO believers began to have doubts as to its authenticity.
Doubts. Yeah, doubts. A lot of people have doubts. How do you like the Armageddon content we got going on today? How about that, eh? That is a ministry. Forget what...
That is the only term
this guy
connected
right here.
with apocalyptic judgment.
This guy selling VHS tapes. The cover is what you buy it for, and then it's just talking heads. There's no actual B-roll.
2 ways, 3 ways.
Which is kind of
going to happen?
boring. But he's saying some crazy shit. A lot of revelations type stuff, which a lot of people think is what's going on today in the Middle East. When I put this effect on him, it kind of looks like a reptilian. Not going to lie. There we go. That's a cool effect. That was a natural glitch that I found one day, and I recorded it. Been getting all kinds of natural glitches lately. It's been great. Then we got, what do we got here? We got let's see. We got something going on here.
From the palace, with the Tsar's children, Olga, Tatiana, Maria,
You know, I forget
Anastasia,
what this one was about.
and Alexei live in a secluded paradise. The Romanovs want for nothing.
Oh, it's the Russian Tsar. The Russian Tsar.
When duty calls,
You know, they killed him,
Nicholas
and that's what caused the revolution. So, anyway, I'm wasting really good footage here. Oh, we got some war footage here too, Vietnam, and then we got some tigers walking in the snow. Look at that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm just gonna stop yapping and get back to the program here, so I don't bore you. One thing I'll also say is we have some. How do they do that? How did they do that? Right there. That's this one.
Calls for an abrasive paste, some oil, and a small polyester cotton
How
ball.
they? Sorry, not how do they do that. It's how it's made.
Apparatus polishes several lenses at the same time, a step that takes only 60 seconds. With everything computerized, quality is incomparable.
Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. I just wanted to thank everybody for joining. As you can see, a beautiful display of cables. We had to do a little bit of troubleshooting earlier. I finally got that final laptop working, which it had some issues last time. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I got an outside shot of the cabin here. That is a VHS camcorder. You can see the blue cable there running into the window. That is an outside shot because I tell you, today was very melty, very warm. I had to turn on the air conditioning today, believe it or not, because yeah, it just turned around. Yesterday was so cold. Today, not the case. And that's why we're not running a fire. I can only run fires really in the wintertime because, I mean, geez, it gets hot in here. It gets hot in the cabin. Anyway, there's our beautiful shot of the video wall, really resembling the master control center in a broadcast news station. That's what we're going for here. That's what we're going for. Anyways, I am going to stop yapping and get back to the show. So let's have a good second half, all right? Let's do it.
Cap and another of aluminum. These vials are placed in a sterilizer at a temperature of
In East Africa, the rains have triggered a colony of termites to take this next step. Just once a year, some of the termites reach sexual maturity and take wing, away from the safety of the nest. Now they are kings and queens, and ready to start new colonies of their own. It is a dangerous time. They must mate and find a place to settle.
Charles, the 15th Earl of Shrewsbury. Lords and ladies came to see the gardens.
Crazy how
which to
some
this day
VCRs are louder than others.
magnificent in the British Isles. Set in the beauty of yesteryear, Alton Towers today operates as a leisure park. To surprise his guests, the Earl erected...
threats of death.
A fatal embrace. A desperate struggle. Hollywood has nothing to rival the real thing.
This is a great commercial.
The Bugman of Ithaca.
The Nature of
Saturday
Things.
On the Nature of Things.
With David Suzuki.
Are forming the same geologic processes such as weathering, running water, wind, tides, changing sea level, have created and deposited sediments that eventually were hardened into rock.
In grand style. It lay idle and derelict for 40 years till a group of enthusiasts restored it. The work took. Now the engine runs as smoothly as it ever did. The 33-foot beam can lift 4 tons of.
If you're a young animal, it's best not to leave home and the care of mother too early, especially if mother can pass on some of her skills or protect you against predators.
The pilots were using, I'm real confident in the pilots because you are operating real close to tree level, and you just hope that the pilots can see what's going on around behind them, particularly with the back rotor. And particularly the other day when we were in close on one of the tigers, there was a conifer tree that was actually almost butted right up against the helicopter.
Once they were young men, terrified, exhilarated, most alive with a camera in their hands.
All these years I spent at war, I've witnessed the beauty of the human spirit. People were fine to each other. I was young. I was passionate.
Hidden from the passage of time. The mystery unfolds in Qumran, Jordan. This is
publicly announced that he had just laid his hands on a film showing an alien autopsy. According to Santilli, the film had been taped by a former U.S. Air Force cameraman who had turned over the 16mm reels. In 1947, this cameraman had supposedly been ordered to tape the autopsy of an alien found in the desert near Roswell, New Mexico. The day after the autopsy, the cameraman developed the film, which was never turned over.
Set in motion a search for answers to a great biblical mystery. History happened here with the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Must get a closer look to make sure.
The year is 1947. A young Bedouin searches for a lost goat. He tosses stones into the darkness, hoping to flush out the animal. But instead,
He said, I'm afraid you'll have me killed if I share with you what God showed me what happened. He said, I won't. Go ahead, tell me. He said, you are that head of gold, Babylon. Now watch it. The first 2 powers of Revelation 17 are already out of existence as far as controlling the world, Assyria and Egypt. Now he begins with number 3, 4, 5, and 6. And he's...
With a scanner, they retrieve the customer's prescription from the central computer, then...
A female African elephant does not become fertile until she is 10 or 11 years old.
Market, a weekly event since 1330. It's not just the buying and selling that brings people here, but the social occasion. Nearby Haddon Hall was built 600 years ago, the most complete medieval and manorial home in England. The glorious gardens have spilled over to the house. The original banqueting hall is still intact. Deserving of its name is the long gallery, stretching 100...
They find the remains of
found under layers of whitewash are medieval wall paintings. In one, St. Christopher carries the infant child, a little faded, but as lively as the day it was created. A few miles to the south is Winster Village, with its sturdy ancient market hall. It's preserved by the National Trust. They've put it to use as an information center.
Say hi, say hi.
Hi, guys.
Back in the day when people smoked in the house.
Come on, Mom, you can say more than hi.
We want to get
Are you going? Here we go. Whoop. Should I come by?
What are you doing taking a shot at a new
You're drinking.
Rome, Romans 1:7, and then the Great Law and the final revived Roman Empire, 2nd Esdras.
Who renounce personal possessions and call themselves the Sons of Light.
To the far northern coast for the
baptism.
As she explores the shores, Nan will learn something about herself and her country.
The oak
she
room.
Never knew.
The chapel has remained unchanged in 300 years. The state dining room.
That dog is definitely dead. This is 90s footage.
Where's that cat?
Oh, that cat is probably dead too, unfortunately. Oh, what a cute kitty. My cats are roaming around here somewhere too. I think they're upstairs. I think they're sleeping. But I don't know who these people are. This is some home video that I found at a thrift store randomly. If you are the person in this footage, let me know and I will get you the footage. Why would you give away your home videos to a thrift store? That's what I'm wondering.
Sure.
Hi,
Take a picture of everybody.
Hi, kids. Hi, Lonnie.
Oops, excuse me.
Hi, everybody.
Wait a minute, Auntie. I didn't focus you in yet. Okay, now we'll look at, what's his name? Oh, yeah.
Fat cat out.
Okay. Oh, scary.
Too many drinks there. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Uncle. What's his name? Wee Wee?
Daniel 7, the prophet himself has a vision of the future, and the final beast has 10 horns. And you find that in Daniel 7:7, 7:20, 7:24.
In 68 A.D., laying waste to much of Judea, including Qumran.
When they must be brought in at night because of the dangers of poaching, only their babushka can lure them home.
Нюрка, иди, моя маленькая, иди сюда скорее. Нюрка, иди скорее, моя маленькая. Живность, иди сюда, сюда скорее. Домой иди, домой иди. Иди домой скорее, иди сюда. Он не хочет выходить. Иди сюда, Нюрка. Нюрка, иди скорее сюда. Нюрка. Скорее, скорее, заходи домой.
part of it, but as well, I'm real interested in the culture.
First stop, Hanoi.
Nearly 5 years after the armies of Nazi Germany began their savage march across Europe, the most crucial question in the world was, could they ever be stopped? Across the English Channel, the United States and its allies had
started with Benelux.
By allowing her to accompany the expedition, the government knew it was ceding a certain control.
River that built out into a lake. This is referred to as a delta. And what we see is a thickening and coarsening upward sequence of beds. The initial deposits of the river are thin to medium bedded sandstones. And
easy to use with a touch stick spot that keeps wrap at your fingertips. Cling wrap. So which one's the special one?
Glad cling wrap.
At Caesar's Palace, we have new hours and a new menu.
Look at that
now
breakfast.
Open every day from 6 a.m. to midnight. Caesar serves Sunday brunch for $5.75, and now
$5.75 for brunch.
For only $5.95.
$5.95 for a pizza.
And the service warm and friendly. For family dining, that's Caesar's Palace, cleverly hidden at 1047 Park Street.
Oh, here's my van. There's my van. Dodge Caravan, Grand Caravan. And the doors open very nicely. I can attest to that. Automatic door openers, if they work. Dodge Caravan, beautiful. Love my van. I'm on my 4th one.
what we have in this scour and fill surface.
Their trip from the north near the Chinese border on Ha Long Bay at what the Vietnamese call the head of the dragon, and follow the coast 800 miles south to the former demilitarized zone.
Troops occupy the entire coastline, all the way through France to the border of Spain. Hitler calls it his Atlantic Wall. Just 30 miles across the English Channel, the British...
This one is near death.
Oh, there we go. There's Uncle.
Massages the heart, hoping against all odds to bring the cub back to life.
Oh, save him. I love my kitties. Save them.
Their landlords are their ones, so they got a real close family here. Close-knit family, right, bro? Yeah, see? Nice and sunny out today. I'm so happy it's sunny out. Okay, well, we got to...
Just a smoke in the darts, eh? Just a smoke in the darts in the house. And when one lights up, everybody else has to light up too. You know it. You know it.
Turn around, Pete.
Full moon over Wanaka here.
Federation come up against him. No doubt about it. Daniel 11:40. The him there is the one who has entered the glorious land, verse 41, as the leader of the Western Union or the European Union. That wave is driven back, as I said, because there'll be 3 invasions. And as this one is rejoicing because he's been victorious. Now, I'm repetitious now because I want to get this clearly situated in your mind like it is in my own. He hears these rumors that they're coming from the Orient and the army that's left over from Russia.
Risk sending an army across the unpredictable English Channel. And nature backs them up. On June 5th, the worst storm in 25 years whips the English Channel into a...
And Revelation 6.
Today, then faces a crucial decision. Attack now across menacing seas, or wait for 2 more weeks for favorable tides.
Wild.
Early on the morning of
Oh,
June...
looks
But
like
what
they
kind of
saved him.
environment will await them?
Looks like they saved him. I hope.
This is how, by the Middle Ages, bread had become the primary food of Western Europe.
In Grandma's fridge?
Multigrain bread is made from several ingredients, such as flaxseed, buckwheat, soya, and millet. This protective grill prevents foreign matter from accidentally falling into the recipe mix, a recipe calling for some 600 kilos of flour. The ingredients ground in a mill are kept in these 36 enormous containers.
Which has changed little over the centuries in a region that has helped to shape the course of English history. Durham is one of the most visually exciting cities in England. Rising high above the rest of the city on a commanding hilltop is its vast Norman cathedral. The cathedral is the finest example of early Norman architecture in the country, possibly in Europe. Its massive grandeur is enhanced by its lofty site. Sir Walter Scott called it half church of God, half castle against the Scot.
And when the time is right, they'll make it all as plain as day. The Pool, your grain marketing team.
K5 International.
Wow, look at that. Okay, where are we at here? Jeez, this has been a great jam. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, every jam is great. Let's just check the stream here. We still have 3 people watching, so that is wonderful. Let's go back to the home video.
Is Auntie Lisa? Yeah, I'm gonna quit telling you who it is because you can tell.
Yeah, right. Oh, and here's me, Paul. Eh?
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah. But there'll be no peace. Jeremiah 8:14. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction.
Sudden destruction, and then I cut to Warzone footage.
By the end of the day,
that's some synchronicities right there. Oh, check this out. National Geographic. Get all your National Geographic. I probably have like 60 different National Geographic VHS. And I'm starting to use them because I'm noticing they're not getting flagged. They're not getting flagged, so why not? Let's go back to how's it made?
Degrees centigrade, and it's 70% humidity. Then they bake for 20 minutes at 255 degrees. When finally baked, the loaves end up with a nice golden color.
My mom makes bread, and she makes the best bread. It is so good.
A vacuum system draws
me and my dad are like, please make more bread. Make more bread. Homemade bread is really something that you need to include in your life because you eat that shit from the store and it's just not the same. It's not the same.
When well cooled, breads go to the slicer, which cuts 65 loaves a minute. They are sliced by 2-meter wide and 40-centimeter long steel saw blades. These blades are changed every 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Sliced loaves are automatically packed at 65 per minute.
Filming a toilet.
Smart.
Oh,
that's your bedroom light.
The next time you buy a canned soft drink, consider this. That aluminum can will always be recyclable. Unlike plastic,
will be speedily rebuilt in our days. Now, let me go on. The Hebrew University professor
and their beautiful queens.
That all Nan could think about was the fate of her uncle, whose life...
Downstairs now.
Oh, you forgot to show them the workroom, Jeff. And show them...
Oh yeah, there's some storage there right to the door. Okay.
No, the workroom where the tools are. And then,
oh yeah, okay.
And then you got to show them down the basement. Show them.
Whoa, who's that, eh?
Okay, that concludes our session. Hold on, let's go back to the UFO here real quick.
Decide, well, I'm going to stick with it and see what's
What is
going
this
on.
guy saying?
See if we can find an answer. And since we had a, quote, expert from the U.S. here, let's see how an expert does.
Let's fast forward a little bit here. This guy is all about the aliens. This is the DVD, by the way. There's the shot of the cabin. It's a little dark out there. Anyways, yeah.
That's her story, but what she described matched pretty closely what Guardian had sent on his video. And at that time, Diane had not seen the video that we had been given. So it made sense that she was telling a pretty good story.
As Graham Lightfoot and his colleagues inspected the site, they were unaware that they were being watched by another organization.
They were being watched. Okay, yeah, that concludes our session. I hope you had a good time. We had a total of 4 viewers in total. One of those viewers is me, because I have to QC this stuff, right? I got to make sure it is working. And I think I know who the other 2 viewers were. We had up to 4, so that would be 3 other people in total, and then myself. We're trying to grow the stream. We're trying to get more people to hop on. Oh, we got 4 watching now again. Okay, you're just catching the end of the show. We are wrapping things up here. This is the end of our session. Thank you for watching, you guys. Man, amazing. Bauer. Anyways, yeah. Great show tonight. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I believe this is like a 1970s film. Some cool graphics. I'm just going to cycle through the shots here. Here's the close-up of the boards. There's the video wall shot. I call that the back shot. And then we got the overhead. This is everything laid out. We got 8 switchers, DVD player. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the Roland. The Roland VR3, and it works awesome. It's got a USB output, and that's how we're streaming. Anyways, yeah. Had a great time on this one. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. You know how we're going to do it. We're going to end it on purple, because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. Okay, but first, we got to find the color. So we'll just cycle through the colors here. There's purple. And, yeah. There's our 1970s weird graphics video playing off a laptop. And there's our video wall. I think we'll end it on the video wall. And, yeah. Thanks again. Wow. Not sure what we're going to call this one yet, but usually I will take a quote or a word from the show, and that will be the title of the video jam. I am recording. The recording usually takes about an hour to 2 hours, usually about 2 hours to upload after I process it. So an hour to process it, an hour to upload. It'll be up there later tonight. But yeah, there's not much difference. I decided to take off the frame. Let me know if you want me to put it back on. But I think it's kind of cooler without it. And that way, if I ever want to reuse the footage, it doesn't have that on there because, yeah, I don't keep the raw recordings because, man, they are big files. So try to keep it as clean as we can. And, yeah, take us to the intro music.